And a good afternoon to you, Spartanburg Methodist and Columbia College today on YouTube. A little afternoon basketball for you here on this Thursday. And hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Let's meet the starting lineups first for undefeated Columbia. The Koalas are 2-0 on the year under Najarius Green in his third season. Starting today is number 1, Layla Wall. Number 11 is Anaya Muhammad. Number 20, Tamaria Davis. Number 23 is DeAsia Feaster. And number 30 is Tasonia Lowe. And now the starters for Reed Walling and Spartanburg Methodist, 1-1 on the season so far. Same starters as the first two games for Coach Walling. It's number 0, Mia Hansen. Number 4 is Zy Bell. Number 5, Jada Liebert. Number 11, Destiny Middleton. And number 33 is Amaya Gallman. Columbia, as I mentioned, they're 2-0 on the season. And they're coming off a 76-55 win against Bob Jones on Saturday. Koala shot 45% in that game, forced 35 Bruin turnovers. So something to look out for if you're the Pioneers here today. Meanwhile, for Spartanburg Methodist, picking up that first NAI victory back on Monday, 65-63 against St. Andrews. Knights outshot the Pioneers 59% to 45%, but Spartanburg got to the line quite a bit. 16 out of 21 from the free throw line. They were +4 in the turnover battle. SMC 19-10 in points off turnovers. Destiny Middleton had a game-high 20 on 9 of 14 shooting. Nasa Gilliam, another good game off the bench. She had 15 on 6 of 8 from the field. Liebert also in double figures with 12. Game 3 of this 4-game homestand ready to get underway. Spartanburg Methodist and Columbia. Welcome home to Najarius Green, former assistant back in the JUCO days here at Spartanburg Methodist, as Gallman gets ready to tip it, and she will win it, and the Pioneers will control first. So here's Bell into the forecourt. Zy Bell, 6 points per ball game in the first two. Liebert gets a screen on the switch, swings it out. Hansen hit a big 3 down the stretch in that victory against St. Andrews. Now this is Bell again in the corner with the shot clock inside 10. Out to Hansen. Hansen with 5. Got to get it off. She does from the elbow. It's short. And a scrum for the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball. And the Koalas will get it. Mentioned it on Monday. A little bit of a homecoming, not only for J.J. Green, the head coach for the Koalas, but 5 former Spartanburg Methodist players, part of 9 new transfers and 7 JUCO recruits. Turnover there for the Koalas. Again, turnover battle going to be key here, as the Koalas, I mentioned on Saturday, forced the Bruins from Bob Jones University into 35 turnovers. But Tamara Davis is a former Spartanburg player, as is Kendon Dawson. We might see off the bench Jaden Hayes. Layla Wall in the starting lineup here today, and who am I missing? I think Shania Davis. Yeah, so both Davises. So just about a minute in here, and neither team scratching on the opening possession. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here at the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for hanging out with me yet again. This has been a busy week. Gallman with the putback, and the scoring starts first for Spartanburg Methodist. So 5 players from Spartanburg Methodist JUCO days on both rosters, and a lot of familiar faces to go around. Muhammad, the runner, answers back for the Koalas. Anaya Muhammad is a local product from the upstate. She's from Greenville, South Carolina. 9.5 points per ball game in the first 2 games for Columbia. Hansen on the far side takes it top of the key. Hesitates, drives, scoop, and score. So Mia Hansen with 2 to her total. Gallman's got the other 2, 4-2. Pioneers. Top of the key 3 is in for Columbia. That was Feaster, I believe, with that triple. A little bit tricky to see the jersey number there, but yep, I had it right. Trust your gut, Chris. Screen from Middleton. Destiny played great on Monday. Here is Hansen, another one. For 3, way off, saved by Bell, but ran out of real estate. So ball goes back to the Koalas. We have a 5-4 Columbia lead. Koalas, one of my favorite nicknames for a college, and also color schemes. They have really pleasing purple that they rock with. Wall attacking. Liebert the board. Jada Liebert, 10 points per ball game. She's got the basketball. Corner shot, no. Gallman, offensive rebound. Gallman kind of caught in between a bank or a not bank. Comes up empty. And now the Koalas looking to push as Wall goes to the hoop, can't score. Liebert attacks, misses it short. Liebert tried to save it, and again, Pioneers out of real estate. Pioneers defensively, remember, first game against Reinhardt, got to factor that in, but giving up about 74 points per ball game. Opponent shooting 51%. Pioneers shooting just 38%, but they're 70% from the charity stripe. They've been attacking the basket, and they did that a lot in the second half on Monday against St. Andrews, and that, quite honestly, that's how they won. It was a lot of defense to offense and a lot of points in the paint. Points off turnovers, I mentioned in the pregame as well, was +9 to the Pioneers. So take care of the basketball, and good things can happen. That's not what happened there, though, as it's another turnover. 18.5 turnovers per game in the first 2 games for Spartanburg Methodist, but Monday was much cleaner. Ball deflected that time, out of bounds. So 5-4 Koalas. And some subs for Reed Walling. Naza Gilliam into the game for the first time. Latavius Wilson as well. Joining Liebert, Middleton, and Hansen on the court. So going smaller, Coach Walling, who picked up his first win as a head coach in the process on Monday. Muhammad buries the triple. Anaya Muhammad just 22% on the early going. 2 out of 9 this season from 3. Well, make it 3 out of 10 now. Back-to-back triples. 6-0 run Koalas. They lead at 8-4. Now it's Liebert over to Destiny. She'll fire a triple. Trying for the rebound was Wilson, had position. Instead, it's going to be an outlet pass and a bucket. Nope, it's going to be a miss. And then a block from behind and a foul on Hansen. First foul of the quarter on Spartanburg Methodist. Game 3 of a 4-game homestand to open up NAIA play. Saturday, as part of a doubleheader, it will be Spartanburg and Johnson at 2 p.m. We'll have that one for you Saturday on YouTube as well. That'll be the last one on YouTube until January, by the way. I've got some scheduling conflicts with the lone 2 home games left for the first semester. Low at the line, 50-50 free throw shooter. Got the first one to go and the second. So 8 straight points for Columbia, and the Koalas lead at 10-4. Keyshauna Fair is in, another transfer from Allen University. So far, 13 points per game off the bench. Look out on the press. Again, this is what the Koalas like to do. Down low, the bucket no good by Wilson, put back by Liebert no good, and then she loses it out of bounds. And it's just been a couple of sloppy possessions here in this Koalas run for Spartanburg Methodist. Liebert going to go out of the game, and it's Crystal Johnson checking in. I mentioned it on Monday. This Koalas team is very deep. Good ball movement, and in the corner, out of bounds. Foot was on the line, so no bucket there for the Koalas. And the turnover gives it back to Spartanburg. But you see that they are shuffling on every dead ball. So Koalas fans, I'll try to keep you abreast who's on the court, but Hanson able to break it. Johnson and afternoon basketball here on this weekday, not agreeing with the Pioneers at the start of this one. So nearing the midway point, 8 straight points for the Koalas after Spartanburg had a couple of leads at 2-0 and then 4-2. But right now, it's all Koalas. Here's a 3 on the right side, and that goes through. And a poke from behind. Teammates got to communicate to Middleton there that somebody's coming from behind and alert her so that mistake does not happen. Instead, it's another turnover and no bucket, but more free throws coming for the Koalas. So Anaya Muhammad with a couple of triples. She's got 6 points to lead the way, and the Koalas on an 11-0 run will have free throws when we come back.
You work hard to get into college, but how does college work for you? By giving you flexible options to learn your way, on your time. By making career skills training part of your degree. By creating a welcoming and diverse campus where you can live while learning what you love. And by keeping costs affordable so you can get the full college experience without a lifetime of debt. SMC, college that works for you.
Everybody, so doubleheader coming up there you saw on the schedule on Saturday. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. I said Anaya Muhammad had 6. She actually has 8 points for the Koalas. Kayla Street at the free throw line gets the first one to go. 12-0 run right now for Columbia. And it stays that way. Rebound controlled by Johnson, and here comes Spartanburg Methodist. Good to have you all with us. We've got a good crowd on hand on the YouTube feed today. I was wondering, being an afternoon weekday game, but I think we have more viewers than we had on the weekend and even on Monday. So thanks for hanging out with me. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Ohio. 3 turnovers already for Spartanburg Methodist. Inbound goes to an open Wilson, and she buries the jumper. Latavius Wilson on the board. Hanson with 2, Wilson 2, Gallman with 2 points. And that ends that long scoring run of 12 straight. Quick trigger 3 by Feaster, can't get it to go. Nice box out there by Johnson. So stops and scores. We talked about it in the comeback against St. Andrews. Nice defense there by the Koalas, forcing Bell, who's back into the game, into a higher shot than she wanted to sky that off the glass. Koalas, this is Muhammad. She's been hot. Makes the unselfish pass. That 3-ball way off. And here comes Spartanburg Methodist, trying to whittle into this deficit again. Cutter is Johnson, had trouble with the pass. Another steal for the Koalas, who had 17 steals on Saturday against the Bruins. Nice cut down low, and the shot is no good, but more free throws to come. So Michaela Street going back to the free throw line. She hit 1 out of 2 moments ago. Liebert back into the game for Reed Walling. And the first free throw rims in. So Street gets both free throws. Lead back to 10 for Columbia. Gilliam on the far side, handoff to Bell. And that's going to be a steal. It's a steal by Street. She will score. So Street's been active since coming into the game. Michaela Street played up the road in Brevard, one of many transfers brought in by Najarius Green, and it's a rout right now for Columbia. The Koalas leading by 12. Talk stats, why not? Well, Columbia's 5 of 6 from the field. That ain't good if you're a Pioneers fan. Spartanburg Methodist, 3 out of 8. 5 turnovers already for Spartanburg Methodist. 13 points off those turnovers. We'd have a 6-5 game otherwise, or maybe even it's Spartanburg with the lead. 3 steals already for the Koalas. I mentioned Anaya Muhammad with 8. Street's up to 5 points. 3 for Feaster and 2 for Lowe. 2 points for Hanson, Wilson, and Gallman. That's the scoring so far for Spartanburg. And again, the full court press is on. Johnson doubled up, and that's going to be a steal and no bucket. Nice box out again. Johnson's had a couple of those for the Pioneers. Pushing the tempo, it's Gallman to the hoop. She has been so good here off the bench for Reed Walling. Lead is 10. Now it's another steal and another score, and this time it's Bell. That's how you get back into the game. You're turning the ball over. Now you got to force some turnovers. Both teams have been utilizing the press here this afternoon. Tie up. Oh, that's a tie up. Oh, that's a rough call. Should we pick on the referees here on this Wednesday? Let's pick on the referees a little bit and run that play back as free throws upcoming for the Koalas. Yeah. Yeah. So, does that tell you what I think of it or not? Keyshawn Fair at the free throw line. And Keyshawn Fair says, ball don't lie. She hits them both. 20-10, Koalas. Cecilia Burke into the game. Getting this full court press for the Koalas. We get a deflection there. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night, and my mind was just racing. And one of the things I was thinking about is, why don't they train this huddle camera to follow the basketball? Why is it following people? There you go, Huddle. I just made you $1 billion. I'll send you the invoice. Because we're missing some action here and there. Like, train the thing. Okay, there's an orange ball, or volleyball's what? White with black on it? Like, just train the camera to follow the ball and not people. Because you see what happens. See how Liebert goes over to talk to Reed Walling and the camera kind of angles that way? Well, if a few more players go into the backcourt, we ain't seeing these free throws. This is what was going on in my brain at 4:30 in the morning. This is what I do when I can't sleep. That's $1 billion right there, though, Huddle. I'm telling you. Now, when I played, I was a terrible free throw shooter, and if I knew one of those Huddle cameras was on, I'd tell my teammates, look, everybody go into the backcourt. I don't want my mom seeing me shoot like this. I think I was 17% from the free throw line, and I don't think that's inaccurate. I got on the court because I was a hustler. Speaking of hustling, Koala's breaking the press again. 2 more to the total. That was Hatton, I believe. Answering right back, though, for Spartanburg is Gilliam again to the hoop. So she's got 4. Now it's a steal. Here is Johnson. Scoops it out. Catch and shoot 3 is no good. We are also having a little bit of quality issues, as you can probably tell. That could fluctuate on us here today. 3 is too strong by Fair. So it's a 9-point game. Pioneers is looking a little ugly, but they're hanging around here. Inside a minute to go in this opening quarter. Bell with 3 points, has the basketball out deep, gets a screen from Wilson. Thought about it, instead goes to Wilson. Wilson, the step back off the back iron, and it's going to be off the Koalas. I know Wall's back in the game. I've given up on the Koala subs. I've given up. I'll do what I can. Gilliam on the wing. Gilliam goes behind the back, attacking again. Can't get it to go that time, but love the move. Love the effort, and I believe it's last shot time for the Koalas if they want to hold here. Almost lost it out of bounds, and then they did. So Wall's pass led player over on that far side. So now Spartanburg Methodist can hold here for the final shot. Be nice to see this around 7 or maybe even 6 with a triple. Gilliam will try to make it a 6-point lead. Can't get it. Stays with their miss. Goes to the bucket. Guess what? She's got another layup. Her 3rd here in the quarter. And that will do it for the opening quarter. So good start for the Koalas. Spartanburg settling down, though. A 7-point game as we wrap up the first 10 minutes. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you. And what other broadcaster shamelessly self-promotes themselves like that? You see Kevin Harlan putting his website up on the NBA on TNT? I don't think so. Hey, I got to work harder than Kevin Harlan. Start of the second quarter. Pioneers trailing 25-22. 6 for Gilliam, 3 for Bell, 2 for Hanson, Wilson, and Gallman each. Muhammad's got 8 for the Koalas. Middleton trying to get on the board. Nice footwork, couldn't get the bucket. Johnson, offensive rebound. Good minutes off the bench so far for Crystal Johnson. Active defensive hands there by Destiny as she tips it out of bounds. So Wall gets it in quickly. And to the bucket, I believe that's low. Nice job breaking the press this time, but then a bad pass there by Johnson. Rare mistake so far today for her. So Lowe's got 4. Turnaround putback goes in. It's Lowe again. Bell into the forecourt now for the Pioneers. Hands it off Gilliam, swings it out to Liebert. Gilliam and that pass, awkward spot there, kind of a bounce pass or not a bounce pass, and Johnson unable to gather. Wilson going to come back in for Spartanburg Methodist, and for the first time for Reed Walling, Marcia Watt. Feaster out deep. And we got a traveling call there. Columbia has 4 turnovers. Spartanburg Methodist with 7, though. And that's something that did not happen on Monday in that 2-point victory. Watt aggressive, can't score. Rebound to the Koalas. Watt trying to poke it. Johnson made initial contact. And to the hoop, the bucket is good by Wilson. So Wilson's got 4. Pioneers again hanging around. Gave up a 12-0 run in the opening quarter, but have settled down. It's a 7-point game. They're right there with the Koalas, who are undefeated at 2-0. So Middleton upset with herself there, just made a bad play. Koalas firing a lot of threes here in the second quarter, and so far they're not going down. Wilson pushing, pick up the ball, please. Somebody finally does late, but Wilson had a wide open lane. So Pioneers will inbound, 7:38 to go here in this opening half. Watt top of the key from Middleton. Watt will attack, swings it out to the open Bell. 3 is too strong, rebound to Columbia. Rocket pass down low, and the bucket is good by Lowe. Correction, that was Davis, I believe. I'll double check that. I'm having a real hard time seeing the jersey numbers for the Koalas. Another steal for Columbia. They got a 2-on-1 now. And they can't score. Offensive rebound putback is no good. Tip for the rebound, and it's going... No, they called a foul, I believe. So it's Pioneers basketball, 6:44 to go here in the first half, and another steal for the Koalas. Muhammad, great in the first quarter, trying to get into double figures, and she does. Right off the bench with a quick bucket. She's up to 10. And the lead grows back to double figures for the Koalas. Trying to answer back Gilliam and called for the offensive foul. First foul of the quarter on Spartanburg Methodist. Pretty clean game in terms of fouls, just one each. And remember what happened on Saturday when I opened my big fat mouth and said that. We had nothing but free throws the rest of that game. But fingers crossed. Here's Dawson into the forecourt. Low back to her. And nice anticipation there. A steal by Gilliam. Gilliam looking for somebody to Middleton. Deep three. Destiny tried to bank it. Couldn't. Ball tipped out. Middleton long rebound over to Wilson putting on the moves. Wilson putting on the moves, but lost it out of bounds. Bell is out, and Watt coming back in. Dawson with the pass over to the far side. Cross court it goes. Got to close on Muhammad. She's hot, and she stays hot. Baker's dozen for Anaya Muhammad, who came in 22% from three. She's got 3 triples here in this first half. Watt for 3. Can she answer? No. Rebound to Columbia. Pioneers can't get into a game of 3-ball. Spartanburg Methodist came into the game just 7 of 31 from 3 in the first 2 games, although Gilliam 3 of 5 from downtown so far this season. Still, that's not the game you want to play. Lowe goes right side. 3 in and out. Lowe stays with it, too strong off the glass. And the rebound to Wilson, who lost it out of bounds. Hounding defense there by Kendon Dawson, one of those 5 former Spartanburg Methodist players. We got a timeout. 4:48 left to go, and Columbia enjoying its biggest lead. It's 33-19. We'll be back. Koalas with the basketball out of this timeout. Chris Sheeman back here with you, and it's 33-19 in favor of unbeaten Columbia. Good start to the season for the Koalas, who were picked 7th in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Johnson pushing it. Johnson goes around 2 defenders, comes up short. Right now, Pioneers just not making the easy ones. It's difficult when you're playing a good team like Columbia, when even the easy ones are a bit of a struggle. Muhammad, she's been hot, 13. Dawson fakes the 3. She'll attack off the glass. Dawson's first bucket. Kendon Dawson from Hartsville, so started her career here at Spartanburg Methodist, and now a little bit closer to home. Going down to Columbia. Johnson, yes, and the foul. Spartanburg needed that. As Koalas had another long scoring run to push the lead out to 16, which was biggest of the game. Spartanburg Methodist 10 of 22 from the field, 46%, but 0 of 6 from 3. Columbia is shooting 71% from the field, 12 of 17. It's just not going to work like that. You can't have a team shooting that high percentage and you turn the ball over 11 times. Honestly, the fact that it's a 13-point game right now is no short miracle for Spartanburg. Pioneers again doing a nice job down low, leading the points in the paint. But it's a moot point again when your opponent is shooting over 70%. So Wall brings it into the forecourt. Wall gets it back. And around the defense, unable to score, the Koalas there, and Wilson got there. Wilson got hit, third team foul on the Koalas. 3:23 to go here in this opening half. So we got one more home game here in this busy 8-day stretch for the Pioneers. Then it's almost all road games for the rest of the first half of the season, first semester, I should say. Number 2, Lauren Weirborn with the rebound as this deep Koalas roster. Nice footwork there down low. So a steal and a score now off of the press. So Michaela Street with 2 layups in 2 seconds for Columbia. She's now got 9 points. Commits the foul there, but love what you're seeing on the other end of the court right now for Michaela Streets. I mentioned she played at Brevard College. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful Brevard. I hope Brevard's doing okay. Seems like they were, I don't think they got the worst of it over there. One of my favorite cities and campuses. So Street started there from Baltimore and now down in Columbia. You know what I used to do? I used to do football games in Columbia, and I'd go down there early, and I'd do that river walk. And one time I was down there, it was about, so the football games were on Sunday. It was one of those post-grad team things, you know. And it was a Sunday morning, and I got down there at like 10:30 on the river walk by the zoo in Columbia. Guess who was there? Asia Wilson was down there. This was back in 2017 or something like that. Liebert attacks. Yes, and the foul. That's the first bucket for Liebert. She'll try to complete an old school three-point play with 2:08 left to go here in this opening half. Wait, they didn't count the hoop? I thought that bucket counted. No continuation. So Liebert, missing the first one and missed them both. That's unfortunate. So here come the Koalas into the front court. That was fair. Muhammad. Attacking play no good. They tried to save it to Wall. Here's Middleton into the forecourt. No points yet for Destiny. Gilliam for 3. Yes! One of the rare bright spots from downtown has been Gilliam. That's the first 3-point make. And guess who answers right back? Fair for 3. Keishana Fair, 46% from downtown this season. The lead is 15 for Columbia. And Reed Walling is not happy. He calls for time. Let's take a look at some stats. So 1 of 7 from 3 for Spartanburg, 5 of 7 for 3 for Columbia. Columbia has 15 of 21 from the field, 71%. They have not missed from the free throw line, 7 out of 7. 20 points off the bench. That's not a surprise for the Koalas. Good production off the bench as usual for Reed Walling. Pioneers have 18. Gilliam's got 9. Crystal Johnson with 5. 4 for Wilson, 3 for Bell. Anaya Muhammad with 13. Street's got 9. She had a couple of layups in a 2-second stretch off of a make and then a steal. So Watt is into the game. Bell, Liebert, Johnson, and Middleton. That's the 5 right now. Got a jump ball and the possession arrow to the Koalas. That's going to be a steal, and now players diving for it. Another jump ball, so Pioneers will get it. Nice hustle play there by Watt. Gilliam now 4 out of 6 from 3 so far this season. Middleton inside a minute to go here in the opening half. Liebert. Watt from the wing, guarded by Wall. Johnson with 5 points in the half, can't get it to go that time. And Fair collects the rebound for Columbia. Here comes Bell. Bell, awkward shot there as the defense forced her to go further right than she would have liked. Spartanburg Methodist, 12 turnovers now, I believe. Muhammad back in. She's got a game-high 13 points for Najarius Green's team. Bucket at the rim, no good. 18 seconds to work with here for Spartanburg. Let's hold for the final shot. Destiny will back it out. Bell on the far side of your screen with 8 seconds. Bell gets a screen, swings it out. Corner 3 by Watt is an air ball. Rebound controlled by Muhammad. Muhammad throws it ahead. This bucket will count, but it's short. Good first half for unbeaten Columbia College as they lead Spartanburg Methodist 42-27. We're at the midway point. We'll take the 15-minute halftime break. Go back to work for a little bit. Do what you got to do. We'll come back and bring you all the second half action, first half stats here in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Hansen on the far side takes it top of the key. Hesitates, drives, scoop, and score. 3 turnovers already for Spartanburg Methodist. Inbound goes to an open Wilson, and she buries the jumper. And no bucket. Nice box out again. Johnson's had a couple of those for the Pioneers. Pushing the tempo, it's Gallman to the hoop. For Reed Walling. Lead is 10, now it's another steal and another score, and this time it's Bell in the press here this afternoon. Tie up, oh, that's a tie up. Oh, that's a rough call. Triple. Gilliam will try to make it a 6-point lead. Can't get it. Stays with their miss. Goes to the bucket. Guess what? She's got another layup. Her third. Nice footwork. Couldn't get the bucket. Johnson, offensive rebound. Good minutes off the bench so far for Crystal Johnson. Watt trying to poke it. Johnson made initial contact. And to the hoop, the bucket is good by Wilson.
You work hard to get into college, but how does college work for you? By giving you flexible options to learn your way, on your time. By making career skills training part of your degree. By creating a welcoming and diverse campus where you can live while learning what you love. And by keeping costs affordable so you can get the full college experience without a lifetime of debt. SMC, college that works for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman here with you, and you saw the first half highlights. Columbia 42, Spartanburg Methodist 27. Koala's shooting 68% from the field, 5 of 7 from 3, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Spartanburg Methodist 46% from the field on 12 of 26, but 1 of 7 for 3. Just 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and for the Pioneers, came in averaging 26.5 free throw attempts per game, and just 7 in the first half. 11 turnovers for the Pioneers, 7 for the Koalas, and looking for points off turnovers. 17-7 is the advantage points off turnovers for Columbia. Anai Muhammad hot for the Koalas, 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3. 13 points. Michaela Street with 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Kishana Fair with 5. Tishana Lowe with 4. Feaster has 3. 2 apiece for Hatton, Dawson, Haynes, and Davis. Meanwhile, for your Pioneers, Naja Gilliam, another good half of basketball for the freshman. She's got 9 points. Correction, Naja's not a freshman. She's a junior. For the junior, Gilliam, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, again, 9 points. Crystal Johnson's got 5. Good offensive and defensive halves for Johnson on 2 of 2 shooting. Latavius Wilson with 4, Zybel with 3, Mia Hansen with 2, Leibert's got 2, and Amaya Gallman scored the opening bucket of the game. She has 2. So we're set to go here in this final half as the Koalas look to remain unbeaten, and Spartanburg Methodist trying to come from behind yet again. We've seen a lot of rallies for the Pioneers, and they start the half off strong as Middleton with the steal. So Destiny Middleton scoreless first half. She had 20 points in the victory on Monday. And another turnover, this time by Liebert. So here come the Koalas. Muhammad, and Wall swings it to the left side for Lowe for 3, no good. Tip for the rebound, and Gallman has it. Middleton into the front court. So Middleton, Bell, Gallman, Hansen, and Liebert. That's the same starting 5 for both teams, I do believe. Gallman, nice pass. Middleton running out of room, got it back to her. Gallman backing down. Gallman just kept that pivot foot down and banks it off the glass. So Gallman's second field goal. She has 4. The lead is 13. For Columbia, they led by as many as 17 in that first half. Correction, 16 in the first half. Well, down low, that skying shot is good by, I believe that was Feaster. No, correction, it was Tamara Davis. My apologies, Koalas fans. It's the black on, and the numbers are bunched together, and on the screen, it's a little difficult. Gallman backing down again. Can she go 2 for 2? Just rolled out like at the county fair. Throw ahead by Wall into the corner. That 3, it's good again. Guess who? Muhammad is up to 16 points now. She still has not missed from 3. They called it a 2, I believe. So they've got her with 15 on the sheet. As the steal, no score that time for the Koalas. Now Middleton attacks, looking for a whistle, does not get it, and landed awkwardly. Tough afternoon for Destiny, and she's slow to get up, but she does look okay. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. I'll be with you one more time for the ladies' games. That is on Saturday against Johnson, part of a doubleheader at 2 p.m. And then the next 2 home games, which are late November and then mid-December, I won't be around for, and I believe Spartanburg will probably stream that on their Huddle channel. So you guys can do your own play-by-play at home and enjoy the break from me. And then I'll be back with you in January. Spartanburg is going to be on the road quite a bit. They're going to start with a 3-game road trip, and then they'll be back home on the 23rd just before Turkey Day against Bruton Parker at 2 p.m. Look out. Almost ran out of room, but Pioneers into the forecourt. Johnson back into the game. Bounce pass to Gallman. Good little action there. Smart basketball today by Johnson. Gallman's now got 6, and the lead is 16. So Columbia briefly taking its biggest lead out to 18. 3 minutes into this third quarter. Muhammad gets it on the right wing. Driving around Johnson, no, but a late whistle. And that'll send Muhammad to the free throw line. So Muhammad 15 points, 6 of 7 shooting. Now up to 16. And make it 17 for Muhammad. Lead back to 18 for the Koalas. Hanson into the lane. Hanson, tough angle, got it out to Gallman. And she bounce passes it right to Wall. Wall spins, shoots, and can't score. Gilliam back out there for Reed Walling. Scoop can't score Hanson, but she's fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Davis commits the foul for Columbia. Gallman going to sit out for Spartanburg Methodist. Wilson, who had 4 points in the first half, is back in. Now, Reed Walling, who had his birthday just a couple of days before the season began, picked up his first head coaching victory on Monday, in addition to Spartanburg Methodist winning its first ever NAIA contest. And shout out to Coach Walling. But some real tough opponents on the schedule. I mean, Bruton Parker is going to be difficult. 2 different tournament teams. I believe Bruton Parker is the other tournament team. Do I have that right? I can't remember. I know we played Reinhardt. And then there's one more, because I know I'm not doing the game. against the other tournament team. And I believe it was in the first semester. So that would be Bruton Parker, but I'm not 100% on that. I think I might have that wrong. But either way, it's a tough schedule. Appalachian Athletic Conference. I mean, the Carolinas in general has good basketball up and down the divisions. Johnson puts it up and in. Johnson's got 7. Gilliam's got a team-high 9. Johnson right behind her. And the lead is 15 for the Koalas. Feaster, nope. Looking to draw contact. Came up empty instead, and the ball goes back to the Pioneers. A line change for Najarius Green. In his 3rd season at Columbia, he was an assistant coach at Spartanburg Methodist, part of the reasons why Columbia has 5 ex-Pioneers on the roster. JJ, as he's known, part of 9 new transfers and 7 total JUCO recruits brought in. So a former JUCO assistant understanding the benefits of recruiting JUCO players. There's one of them. Weirborn, the sophomore. That's her first bucket. Now a steal and the pop. No bucket that time, though, but turnovers, name of the game right now for Spartanburg. Hansen for 3, too strong. Rebound controlled by, I believe that's Muhammad over there. Into the forecourt, it's Dawson. So Muhammad, the lone starter, still out there. This is McClaney over to Weirborn. Dawson, nobody picks her up, and Dawson says, I'll take the easy route. Lead is 20, biggest of the afternoon for Columbia. Trap here, Rewalling's got to call timeout. 4:23 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's all Koalas here in this Wednesday matinee. Welcome back, everybody. It's Spartanburg Methodist basketball. Chris Sheeman back here with you at the home studio in Ohio as Wilson draws contact. Wilson will go to the free throw line. Hey, if you're on the YouTube chat, are those commercials like blasting your eardrums compared to the audio during the game? Let me know. I think we might need to make some adjustments there. Here's a good test. We're going to another timeout, apparently. It's a media timeout. I'm the media. I didn't ask for it, but we're doing it anyways. We'll be back. All right, welcome back, everybody. So Wilson is going to the free throw line here. 20-point game, biggest lead of the day so far for Columbia. That was me, Chris Shima, by the way. If you want to follow me on any of those social media accounts, after every victory for Spartanburg Methodist, we got highlights on my socials you can check out. Got highlights posted from Monday's victory over St. Andrews. And Wilson up to 6 points. So it's, let's look for some positives here for Spartanburg Methodist. Balanced scoring once again for the Pioneers. As Gilliam leads them with 9, but you have 4 players with 6 or more. Destiny Middleton is scoreless in the game. But Johnson's got 7. Gallman and Wilson have 6 points each. Right now it's Hanson and Liebert with Bell, Johnson, and Wilson. That's the 5 right now. I was going to say that should have been a 10-second violation, and it took the whistle a while to come, but it is the correct call. I was we can't see the shot clock from our vantage point. Of course, I'm watching the same video that you're watching, but I was just ticking in my brain, and I said, that's a long 10 seconds. So Koala's forcing another turnover. His press by J.J. Green, something else. It's been on point here today. Weirborn going behind the back. She was looking for a whistle, and what a play defensively there. Staying with it was Bell. Do we got time to run this back? No, we don't. Next dead ball, I'm going to show you the replay on that one. Terrific defense by Bell. Quick pass by Johnson. Liebert out to the corner for Wilson. This is Middleton back in, looking for her first bucket. Got it to go. Well, it was only a matter of time. We'll see if that gets Destiny going and can help maybe rally Spartanburg Methodist with 13 minutes to go in the game. It's a long shot, but still an opportunity here. Got to string some stops together, and unfortunately, extra chance opportunities won't help with that. Dawson hands it off. Fair, McClaney looking to get it back on the screen roll. And a top of the key 3 goes out of bounds. Liebert into the front court. It's a 4-on-3. Liebert takes it herself. Tip for the rebound. It's controlled by Columbia. Lead's been as high as 20 here this afternoon for Columbia. And we got a timeout here by the Koalas. Something looking awkward on the offensive end for Coach Green, so he calls for time. Koalas start a 4-game road trip today, and they're at Johnson & Wales over in Charlotte on Monday, and then an exhibition against App State on Wednesday. I've been with a couple of these small college teams when they go to play these exhibitions and against the D1 schools, and it's always fun for them. Even though they know what lies ahead and how the game is likely going to go, it's a lot of fun for these kids to get run in the bigger gyms and the bigger arenas in some cases. And I mean, free trip to Boone, North Carolina too. Why not, right? So that will be on Wednesday for Columbia. Dawson gets it down low. The turnaround shot, no, but Weirborn going to go to the line. Derica Weirborn, another JUCO player. She played at Wait a minute, I got this wrong here. Weirborn, yeah, I keep saying Weirborn's at JUCO. No, she's from the upstate though in Greenville. So returning home, where she has, as you can see, the claps, most likely some family in the crowd. Up to 4 points here today. And stuck on that number. Johnson the rebound, and immediately you see how that double team comes for the Koalas. That's what you want to do to try to force those turnovers. Liebert had it blocked, stays with it, and she's fouled. Fourth team foul on Columbia. Jada Liebert, 56% from the free throw line so far in the early going of this season. It's rare that you have 3 games completed. Both of these teams will have 3 games done before Halloween. But that's also the way the NAIA schedule works. It's a little bit different than D1, which will start later on, usually second weekend of November, or first full weekend of November, however this calendar lines up. Burke is back in the game for Columbia, and they're going to turn it over here as it was off of Haynes. Muhammad's going to return with her game-high 17 points. So 20-point lead down to 15. You got a minute 51 to work with here. If you're Spartanburg Methodist, you whittle this down a little further. You can get it into single digits with 10 minutes left to go. I mean, again, it's a lot to ask, but certainly not out of the realm here. This Pioneers team has had no quit in them. And when you break the press, you get wide open looks. Unfortunately, Johnson was too strong. Fortunately, though, the offensive rebound comes. Unfortunately, again, Middleton misses. That's kind of the way the afternoon's been. It's been oop, nope, oop, nope, oop, nope. Trouble with it. Burke loses it. Pushing the tempo is Middleton. Middleton hop step to the bucket. She'll go to the free throw line. Frustrated with her performance here today, but stay positive, Destiny, and get these free throws. You get a couple easy ones from the free throw line to go in. And the next thing you know, the bucket looks a little bit bigger. And Destiny Middleton's been a good free throw shooter so far this season at 70%. 13.5 points per ball game, 3.5 assists per game as well. And that's the way it's gone for Middleton here today, unfortunately. Also the 5th team foul on Columbia. So bonus here late in the third quarter. 1 out of 2 for Middleton. So 20-point lead is down to 14. Again, both teams in the press. Dawson. Burke throws it into the front court. Muhammad on that far side. Dawson into the corner. Catch and shoot 3 is good. I believe that was low. First bucket in a while for her, but 7 points on the afternoon. So now that goal of trying to maybe get it within single digits looks bleaker. Gallman, turn around, can't bank it. Rebound control by the Koalas. Low on the near side. Dawson between the circles, now taking it left, handoff to Muhammad. Back to Dawson. Dawson for 3. Rebound Middleton. Middleton pushing. She's got a 3-on-2. Middleton will take it off the glass. No. Rebound controlled by the Koalas yet again. Muhammad pushing it now. They can hold for the final shot here, and Dawson recognizes with some help from Coach JJ. This is Burke to beat the buzzer, can't do it. Middleton will not get it off. All Koalas here this afternoon. They're 10 minutes away from a 3-0 start to this season. We'll take a break, come back and bring you the final quarter here in just a moment. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Well, Columbia's cooled off. They're only 59% from the field now. Spartanburg Methodist, 47%. Koalas at one point in this game were over 70% from the free throw line. Feaster will try it. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Hansen. So Hansen is out there. Gallman. Another turnover, it looks like, here for the Pioneers. Gallman, Hansen, Middleton, Liebert, and Bell. 5 on the floor for Reed Walning. Give it a shot here for Columbia. They still have Lowe out there, Dawson, Burke, Muhammad, and Feaster. I did it. I think that's the first time all afternoon I've been able to get that right. Small victories in life. So Middleton will have to inbound it again here. First foul of the quarter. Columbia is led by as many as 20 if you're just joining us. Maybe you're done with work a little bit early and you're just checking us out. Appreciate it. Glad to be with you. We got one more here in this busy stretch, Pioneers fans, coming at you again on Saturday for another doubleheader. And then both teams will go on the road for quite a bit. There's not a lot of home games left in the first semester for Spartanburg Methodist. Middleton attacks. Counted and the foul. There you go, Destiny. So Middleton with 5 points, chance to make it 6 from the charity stripe. Wall is back and Street is back for Columbia. The Koalas from down the road in the state capital. One of the few places in the Carolinas I didn't live. I lived in the upstate. I lived in the Asheville area. I lived in the Outer Banks. I lived in Myrtle Beach. Columbia, Charlotte, and Raleigh are the 3 that I didn't get to, at least not yet. Liebert with the runner got it to go. Second bucket for Jada. Liebert came in averaging 10 a game, shooting 47% from the field. Muhammad goes cross court and a traveling violation. So look at this now, a 12-point game here. Spartanburg Methodist gets a bucket. We might see a timeout for the Koalas. Mentioned their lead has been as big as 20, but Pioneers trying to hang around. Bell throws it away, though. This full court press is working. Muhammad took a pop in the face. She stays down. Street gets the bucket. She's in double figures now with 11, but worried about Muhammad, who's having such a great afternoon. Anaya Muhammad, another local Greenville product, by the way. So a lot of home cooking for her. back in the upstate with 17 points, and she's up and looking good. So that's a good sign for the Koalas. It's a 14-point game. I don't know if this is a timeout or not. Referee's trying to get everybody back on the court. Turnover is the name of the game. We talked about it in the pregame. Koalas forced 35 turnovers, had 17 steals against the Bob Jones Bruins on Saturday. Middleton. Hansen. And Hansen into the forecourt. Hansen cut off and threw it away. Right in the passing lane. The bucket after the steal. And Streets, boy, she's energy off the bench today. 13 for Michaela. I mentioned that connection to Western North Carolina for Street, who played at Brevard before transferring over to Columbia. So Street and Muhammad have 30 of the 62 for the Koalas. It's a deep team, but those two really separating themselves scoring-wise for Columbia. Some changes for Spartanburg Methodist. Gilliam back in the game. Gilliam, Middleton, Wilson, Johnson, and Bell. The 5 for Spartanburg right now. Middleton into Johnson. Back to her. Turnaround shot was blocked. Nice defense there by the Koalas. And then a takeaway. Gilliam got in, disrupted it. Johnson misses, stays with it, misses again, and is fouled. Love the energy today from the freshman. Crystal Johnson. Good free throw shooter so far this season. Came in 5 out of 6 from the charity stripe. And Johnson today 1 out of 1. We haven't seen the Pioneers getting to the free throw line as consistently as they had in the first 2 games. Credit the Koalas defense for that, but are still trying to make things interesting right now. We got a wet spot on the court, by the way. That's what's got us held up here. So this is a tough stretch too, because if you read Walling, you know, you've got games basically every other day this week, and you just don't have a lot of time, although Pioneers will get 2 days off after this one. You just don't have a lot of time to practice. You don't have a lot of time to do much of anything. Wall can't get the jumper to go. Rebound by Johnson. Middleton. Great ball work, footwork, but off on the shot. Catch and shoot 3 is bricked. Rebound by Wilson. Hand off to Destiny. Takes it left. Gilliam goes to her left. She's stripped by Weirborn, trying to say she hit it off Gilliam. Official not buying it, so it'll stay with Spartanburg Methodist. Johnson attacks. Johnson in double figures now. She has 10. Here we go again. It's 13. You got to get a stop here, though, if you're the Pioneers. Wall on the near side of your screen for Columbia. Clock's your friend if you're the Koalas. Fair, and that was an awkward looking shot there. They call a foul on Spartanburg. So Keishana Fair gonna go to the free throw line, I believe. Officials are talking about it. I didn't see much of anything there. That went all the way into the upper deck, but okay, that was weird, but it is Pioneers basketball. Keishana Fair, 5 points today, came in averaging 13 a game. Also from the upstate, the other side of the upstate, Anderson. Has been in Columbia for her collegiate time, but started at Allen University. Oh, what do I do with that? That's a bucket. That's what that is. Muhammad again. She's got 19, and just turnovers at the worst possible time for Spartanburg, and they get back-to-back turnovers. So every time it looks like they might, Pinky's in the house. I thought Pinky maybe would be our good luck charm, but not looking good right now for Spartanburg Methodist as Columbia can push it back out to 17 or 18 here on this possession. Wall and Muhammad playing hot potato. Now Wall will set it up for the Koalas. Against the zone, they go down low. The turnaround shot partially blocked. Here come the Pioneers. Middleton thought about a step back out to Gilliam for three. Not that time, hit one in the first half. Wall with the handoff. That pass deflected. Second nice defensive play by Bell, out of control. Wilson can clean it up, and she does. So 8 for Wilson. 13-point lead. Spartanburg Methodist, again, just trying to hang around here, get a stop. Fair tries to answer that rainbow shot, no. Put back down low, block but foul. So free throws to come for the Koalas. Johnson with the foul. We'll have free throws when we come back. 4:44 left to go. Koalas by 13. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Boy, it's been a busy week. We have been together a lot. And then after Saturday, I won't chat with you again until after the new year. So Davis at the free throw line, up to 5 points. Columbia has been in control pretty much wire to wire. Pioneers did lead. They scored the first bucket of the game. They also led 4-2. And after that 4-2 lead, Columbia went on a 12-0 run, and they've kind of been in cruise control ever since. Pioneers have tried to make some runs to make things interesting, but it just quite hasn't happened today for Spartanburg. Credit the Columbia defense. That full court press has forced a number of turnovers here this afternoon. 18 turnovers today for the Pioneers. And 15 for Columbia. So Columbia, the points off turnovers is a little bit more even now, 23-13. So +5 to the Koalas there, but Columbia is also shooting 54% in the game. And it's just hard, especially Muhammad's been hot. That's a rare miss for her today. In fact, I believe that's her first miss from 3. She's got a game-high 19 points. Hansen had trouble with it, and another out of bounds for Spartanburg. Muhammad, that was her first miss from 3, so 7 of 9 from the field, 19 points. Street's got 13. Lowe with 8, Davis with 6, 5 for Fair. Crystal Johnson, lone player in double figures for your Pioneers with 10. Gilliam's got 9, 8 for Wilson. Liebert, Middleton, and Gallman with 6 points each. Leading scorers as we wind down this one. Looks like Columbia's on their way to a 3-0 start. Runner from the baseline, no good. Offensive rebound, they swing it out. The catch and shoot 3 is an air ball. It's actually still in play. Out to the outlet pass to Hansen, and Hansen up to 5 points here today. Inside 3 minutes to go here at Spartanburg Methodist. Dawson out deep with it. And they get it down low. The turnaround bucket, no good. Here comes Johnson. Johnson coast to coast, and she is fouled. So Street called for the foul. Spartanburg's been in the bonus. Johnson with 10 today. To 11 now. Again, lone player in double figures for Spartanburg Methodist. So Davis picked up that foul. Weirborn, Dawson, Muhammad, Davis, and Street on the courts. Hansen, Gilliam, Bell, Liebert, Johnson for Spartanburg. And a steal. This is an 11-point game, and they got Liebert all alone. Look out. Here come the Pioneers. It's single digits for the first time in a long time with 2:22 left to go. Look, this is a 3-possession game now. I'm trying not to get my hopes up because every time it looks like there's a comeback, Columbia's got an answer. Well, Coach Najarius Green is going to get his team together, and we'll see what the Koalas can do to answer. We'll be back. Okay, Koala's kind of taking the foot off the gas a little bit here, and Pioneers in the press trying to answer. There's a tip pass, and it's a steal by Johnson. 3-possession game. Here comes Hansen. Can't get it to go. Rebound to the Koalas. There's Dawson nearest us. Muhammad on the far side. Haynes over to Weirble. Dawson again, now Haynes. Haynes to the bucket, yes, and the foul. Every time this team has had an answer. And credit the Koalas, they do it again. So Haynes an opportunity to make a three-point play here, and that's likely going to do it. You're talking a 4-possession game here. Haynes now with 5 points today. And it's just a little too much to ask. It's hard to come back when you get down by as many as 20, like Spartanburg Methodist did here today. Gilliam, no. Gilliam looking for the whistle, doesn't get it. Dawson throws it ahead. Muhammad, clock's your friend, so Anaya will back it out. Dawson, Koala's getting it down low inside the paint. Swing it out left side. Foot was inside the arc, so 2-pointer there. And now here's a steal. So inside a minute to play here in the ball game. Muhammad, 19 points today. What an afternoon for her. Bell's made some nice defensive plays. Had it, then lost it, though, as Haynes in the paint, excuse me. So 43.3 left to go in this one. Koala's going to go to 3-0 on the year, and I'm going to start to wind down things here on my end. We'll bring you the whole game, of course. We're going to sign off pretty quick here today. So just a couple of things to mention. Again, for Columbia, they're on their way to a 3-0 start. They'll play the second of this 4-game road trip on Monday. So a little bit of time off for the Koalas. They'll go up 77 and take on Johnson and Wales in Charlotte on Monday. And meanwhile, this long stretch to start the season for Spartanburg Methodist will come to a close on Saturday. We're going to be back with you for another doubleheader at 2 p.m. as the ladies will host Johnson. Then for Spartanburg, it's pretty much on the road. The rest of the semester, they'll be at home 2 more times. Once on the 23rd against Bruton Parker. But let's count them up here. 3, 5, 6. 6 of the next 8 after this weekend will be on the road. Watt trying to scratch, can't do it, and we got a foul called on Hansen, so opportunity for, well, that's only the 3rd team foul, so never mind. Jaden Hayes, I thought was maybe going to the free throw line, but not quite yet. So if you're the Koalas, you can pretty much just run the clock here as Spartanburg will do this half-court trap. But nice start to the year for Columbia College. And they're looking like a team that's going to do better than 7th, where they were picked in the AAC. As Dawson can't get it to go, and whistle on the far side. It looks like it's going to be an offensive foul. So ball back to the Pioneers with 14 seconds. Pioneers will have a chance to even their record at 2-2 on Saturday against Johnson. Hansen now at the buzzer gets it to go. So Hansen finishes with 7, but all Columbia here today, they win at 73-59. Once again, we'll be with you Saturday at 2. My name's Chris Sheeman, folks. Until Saturday, you enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. Talk to you again in a couple of days.